Hello, how you doing?
Mr. Goodrich, do you need to speak to him?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll put you in a private meeting room.
Get ready for PV on Monday. Can I speak with my attorney one more time?
Okay, no problem.
Yes.
We're on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Avina Lucia Lopez. File number 22-03530. Council appearance.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Carol on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Jared Austin appearing on behalf of and in the absence of Avina Lopez.
Today was the date and time set for a preliminary examination on this matter. And my understanding is that we just found out the defendant is housed in East Lansing. Is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor. She was arraigned on a matter out there this morning. And when I couldn't get a hold of her and didn't see her here because I knew she was aware of this date, and I confirmed that with a colleague of mine that helped her with her arraignment out there today. So I called the East Lansing jail to ask if she was able to post that bond or if she was still there. It sounds like she may have been able to post that bond, but she's being held on another matter that they could not arraign her on today. They cannot arraign her on that until tomorrow, and therefore she has not been released from their custody.
And that is correct, Your Honor, and that file number for the court's record is 230015 FY out of 54B, and that is unrelated to this victim. That case is one count of aggravated stalking, and it does appear that the bond was set at $1,000, 10%. Suggest that I don't want to speak for Mr. Austin, but that we would request an adjournment so that she can be here.
You said it was it's a file, it's unrelated to this, but is it a potential bond violation? What's the date of the offense?
The date of the offense, so I don't mean to confuse the court, but from my understanding, the case that's before the court today was a reissuance. The date of the offense in the case F54B is 11/13/22.
Oh.
And she was
This is
just,
a reissue.
this is, yeah, correct.
Oh, sounds good. Okay, so we don't have her here. We will just reset this matter. She's posted bond over there, though.
On the new file, that's what it sounds like, Your Honor, from my communication with the jail, but she's being held on another matter to be arraigned on tomorrow.
Oh, got it.
So that's why she is not here. She's still in their custody. Before the court resets, may I be heard on the matter, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
This was the date and time set for a preliminary examination. I don't believe that the people had witnesses here. Obviously, Ms. Lopez is not here through any fault of her own. So I would ask the court would consider dismissing based on that. This is, at least on 2 occasions, the witness in this case is failed.
Your Honor, I would agree to an extent with Mr. Austin. I do have an officer prepared in this matter. I do not have, as of 5 or 10 minutes ago, I do not have the protected party or the complaining witness here. However, she has been in pretty constant contact with my office. She certainly was the basis of our reissuance in this matter. Because of the fact that the defendant is unavailable today, again, not necessarily through any fault of her own, I would request an adjournment. However, I would object to a dismissal just based on the sheer fact that this is an assaultive case. The case that she was newly charged with is an aggravated stalking. I'm just concerned about the consequences that would come if this case was dismissed. Therefore, I would ask for a brief adjournment and certainly know that if we don't have a witness at that time, that would be out of our hands.
Okay, sounds good. I did note here that back on January 19th, the witness failed to appear. I didn't dismiss at that time because there was a pending PA-53 violation. I would most likely be inclined to grant your motion, but for the fact that we are in the middle of ice storm and all the other courts surrounding us are closed, and that could have caused some potential confusion. I don't know. But I'll give the prosecution the benefit of the doubt and I'll reset this matter.
Thank you.
March 16th and 9:30. March 16th at 9:30. Any additional matters for the record on this file?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing additional on behalf of Ms. Lopez, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Officer Weaver on that matter. or something. That's your.
We're off the record.
Off the record. Oh, okay. Let me bring this back out.
I can still bring.
Well, I'm working on it.
Oh, you don't need, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want me to, I'll sign you a sheet.
Okay.
Okay, we ready to go on the record, Mr. Goodrich?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the record in the matters of the people of the state of Michigan versus Joshua Lee James, file numbers 22-03507 and 23-00333. Appearances for the record, counsel.
Elena Cisneros on behalf of the people.
And Luke Goodrich from the Public Defender's Office here to represent Mr. James.
Space, the date and the time set for a preliminary examination on file number ending in 3507 and a probable cause conference on file number ending in 333. How are we proceeding at this time?
Your Honor, having previously spoken with Mr. James, it was our intent today to waive the exam on both of these matters. However, in speaking with Mr. James today, that is,
You cut out for a minute, so we didn't hear some of the words.
okay, I apologize. It was originally, in speaking with Mr. James, it was originally our intent today to waive the exam in both of these matters. And we did inform the prosecutor's office they could call off witnesses on the 3507 file. However, Mr. James has changed his mind regarding that. And we would like to continue the preliminary exam on the newer file. It's scheduled for March 3rd, so next week. We would just ask that both of the preliminary exams be scheduled on March 3rd at 8:30. He has already had multiple adjournments on the file that was scheduled for exam today, so the 21 days is not an issue.
Okay, we will get you a new date on the 22 file. As to the file ending in 3333, that was scheduled for examination March 3rd at 8:30 in the morning. And for your information, Mr. James, you have the right to have a preliminary examination within 21 days. However, I am not going to be here next Friday, so I'm going to find good cause to reset that. And I'll get you a new court date for both of those files. Do we have availability on the second? We actually can do it on the second if that works for you, Mr. Goodrich.
Yes, yeah, sure.
So
I
we
can.
won't have to go beyond the 21 days if we do that.
Would that be for both files?
Well, you probably need to subpoena witnesses on the new file, on the other file, correct?
We'll have to re-subpoena witnesses.
That's probably not enough time.
Correct.
Okay, that won't work for subpoenaing the witnesses, so we'll reset it. Can do the 9th.
And 9.
March 9th at 9 AM on both files.
It works well for me, Your Honor. Thank you.
Very good. Do you have any questions today, Mr. James?
I know, can I go home?
If you post your bonds, you can go home.
How much is that?
On file number 22-03507, your bond was set at 500 cash surety. On file number 23-00333, your bond was set at 20,000, 10%.
How much? I can't afford that.
Okay, well, you probably need to get a bondsman then, sir.
All right.
All right, any additional matters for the record, counsel?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, you're all set, Mr. James.
All right.
back on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Avina Lopez, file number 22-03530, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. It's my understanding that, I wanted to bring it to the court's attention that while I was trying to find out what the other charge that Ms. Lopez was being held on that would give way to having her have to sit there for something that she couldn't be arraigned until tomorrow, I did find a police report that is under review or pending issuance with my office that I did briefly share with Mr. Austin. That is, I did want to bring that to the court's attention because that does involve the same victim that is a protected party in this case, Nancy Orive, Orive. Police, East Lansing Police Department did respond to her home last night to take a call around 4:35 a.m. on today's date, 2/23 of 23, regarding allegations of witness intimidation from Ms. Lopez, including calls, texts, with specifics, including, quote, "Bitch, I'll beat your ass if you come to court tomorrow," end quote. Ms. Lopez was subsequently arrested at her home at approximately 5:48 a.m. on today's date, as it relates to investigation for witness intimidation and as it relates to her, at that time, active warrant for stalking out of East Lansing Police Department. It does appear that my office has typed that up, but it has not been sworn to for new charges. So I wanted to make sure that the court was aware of that, and I would request that that be noted for the file, considering that's the same victim that was subpoenaed for today.
Thank you. Did you want to respond?
Yes, Your Honor. I did get an opportunity to look at a brief portion of that police report from, appears to be dated earlier today. Beyond that, Your Honor, I really have no further comment. I guess we'll see if it's issued and what happens with that case. If it does, obviously that would be out at 54B District Court. It sounds like, although that could trigger some possible violations.
It's not gonna could be, it's gonna trigger a violation immediately based on that police report. So I am going to note here that a PA 53 violation will be issued, and I will revoke the bond before this court pending that arraignment and hearing.
Thank you.
We have the report number on that.
I do, Your Honor, and that report number is 233-64-00566, and that's East Lansing Police Department.
Thank you. Any additional matters for the record?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Just a couple points of clarification, Your Honor. Effective immediately in this case, Ms. Lopez's bond is revoked. Is that correct?
That is correct. She's gonna be, her bond is revoked and she is remanded for PA 53 violation arraignment.
And the arraignment will occur at the same time as the preliminary hearing on March 16th.
Well, we can have the arraignment prior to that. If she's being revoked, she should be able to be set and brought over here quicker than the
Yeah.
9th, I would imagine.
And then the matter.
And then we can address bond at that time.
And then the matter could be set for PA 53 hearing the same time.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's my hope. Any additional matters?
Nothing further.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, off the record. That's all we have today.
Yes.